What's going on, Washington Commander fans? It's your boy back with another video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit that bell. More content is definitely on the way. Harris, Peters, Quinn. Sounds like a law firm. These, what else can I say about these guys? I know we haven't been on the field yet, but you could actually see a difference in how this football team is being ran right now. And it's a lot of signs to show you that it's different here. Because there's players that, we didn't make any real big splashes, but the splashes that we made, they wouldn't have came here if the last regime was here. And that's just point blank period. And that's starting with Adam Peters. That's starting with Dan Quinn. That's starting with Bobby Wagner, Joe Witt. The list goes on and on and on. Do you remember our free agents we got last year and the year before? The biggest free agent we got probably during the last regime was Curtis Samuel, and that was just because he was familiar with Ron. That's why he came here. I got full confidence in this staff. I call them the firm. I got full confidence in this staff moving forward. I got full confidence in it. And it's starting with, you can already see, like I said before, the defensive identity. They jumped on that right away. They filled so many holes, and a lot of holes are 1-year deals. Some holes are 3-year deals. But some of these guys are going to be able to actually maximize a 1-year deal. Like Jeremy Chin, for instance. He comes in here, and if he's as advertised, he'll be able to walk if he could. But if he's performing at a high level in the middle of the year, you might as well go ahead and cut him the check. Because then you know he's a part of the solution. Then you know he's a part of the future. And you can just see the way Josh Harris and company, the way they handle business. Dan Quinn, let's get to Dan Quinn, man. Because a lot of us wanted different coaches. A lot of you wanted the Detroit guy. I didn't want the Detroit guy. You can go back in the video and you can go back to my archives and see I did not want the Detroit guy. I said I questioned him as a leader, and then that showed up in the process. I was a Jim Harbaugh guy. I didn't want Dan Quinn. But there was something I didn't know about Dan Quinn. Man, life is about relationships, man. Dan Quinn is a stand-up guy. I've heard over 20 or 30 people since we hired Dan Quinn, literally 20 or 30 people say, this guy right here is just a stand-up guy. He's a truth teller. You can tell when somebody's the type of guy that's a real person when everybody says the same thing. I'm here because of Dan Quinn. I'll run through a wall for Dan Quinn. Wherever Dan Quinn goes, I go. That's because he's built excellent relationships. And that's something that we didn't know in the coaching process. And a lot more things. And just Adam Peters, man, his work is speaking for itself, man. He's actually building a team that we're going to be proud of. Josh Harris, he's owning a team that we're going to be proud of. I told you guys about a year before last, when we was trying to get an owner and we were trying to get Snyder out, a lot of people wanted to get the Amazon guy. And I was like, yo, I wanted Josh Harris because I'm familiar with the Sixers and how he handles business. And it's the same way. So now we're at least a legitimate ran organization, a legitimate ran outfit. We're just a legitimate ran football team now. Now we're being ran like every other organization. So now it gives us a chance to compete. We haven't competed for a Super Bowl ring really since the last time we won a Super Bowl ring. I mean, I think 2005 was a pretty good year. 99 was a pretty good year, but out of 25 years, those are the only two times you could think of that we were actually in position to even compete for a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that we're going to be competing for a Super Bowl this year. I'm not saying that. But if we are, I wouldn't be surprised. Because the guys we got at the helm. We got a legitimate owner, a legitimate general manager, a legitimate head coach, and they're building this team with their vision. And let's just see where it takes us.
The fur, baby.